Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and today we're starting a series on the game by the name Shank. I just played Borderlands 1, and in one of the DLC pieces there's a character named Shank, and so I couldn't avoid the irony to play a game by the same name. Not really needing to point out too much here. I am doing something different going forward with my channel, so things should be a lot louder for everybody, which might also make the balance a little bit different. It's always very difficult to get music and FX balanced. You can see on the menu here it is at 10%, and that's 10% of actually 25%, because I have everything on my computer turned down to maximum 25% of what it could be. I also want to point out just how annoying it can be trying to get a specific number. At least their bar is working correctly. I have no idea what displacements are. I wish games would explain these settings before you actually turn them on. We're doing 1080p and vibration, and we're using the Xbox 360 controller, which is heavily recommended. This is a quite interesting company that made this game, Klei, because they are more probably recognizable as the creators of Don't Starve and the sequel Don't Starve 2 Together, which was the co-op version of Don't Starve. They also recently released Oxygen Not Included and worked on the cinematics on Torchlight 2, and they did several other games, all of which slightly different. A small independent Canadian company with about 100 people from what Wikipedia says, and they seem to just kind of get enough sales and enough money to work on different things and try something interesting, and I think that's gonna be the case here. Let's hop into the story. Do I want to play on normal or hard? Well, they're not giving me an easy. So play the game, enjoy the story, tougher enemies, and no checkpoints. Normal it will be. The checkpoints are a hard deal breaker for me. Longest combos and all of that. And 0. I have a feeling this is a story stolen from the movie Desperado. I think that's the name of that movie. Flashback. The Butcher.
You a fight fan?
Not of this wrestler.
I heard you were dead.
You heard wrong.
I hate to be wrong. Hit him.
Interesting animation type. So, customize your controls and help menus and options. It seems like, from what I guess, melee will be the X on the controller, heavy attack will be this, and that's a chainsaw, and guns will be this. And let's just make sure you eventually run out of bullets and have to reload. If I do this, it's a short-term attack, and this is a combo attack where I don't think this is. Oh, it is. But the guns themselves, you can either tap it for a quick burst of a few bullets or otherwise. And let's see. It seems like I can change with the D-pad to different weapons later. This is a 2D platforming beat 'em up, I guess would be a better term. Perform combos between Shank's chainsaw, pistol, and guns. These characters are named. Press this. Which button to grapple an enemy? So we can see our hit combo going up nicely, and they've already started repeating the character models, but they've given them at least different names. It's kind of strange we're in this, I suppose, different world. What do I do? Do I... As a grenade. And this is a far attack. Let's hit start and look at our controls. We've already got our combos up. Yeah, it seems like it's a strange world where it's in the Mexican style, made by a Canadian company, but everybody's speaking English too, so I have no idea who their target market was particularly supposed to be. Block is left trigger and grapple is right trigger, and grenade and pounce are on the bump. So perform a grapple attack. While grappling, press A to perform a grappling attack. Alright. So, am I grappling right now? See, I don't quite get this. I'm hitting the left stick, I'm hitting the right stick. Let's hit every button with the left trigger on, and then hit every button with the And this looks like the pounce button, but it's not working like the pounce button. I've just killed like 20 people, and yet the thing I cannot figure is the button to just pick up this item. What am I missing? Wow. What an embarrassing way to start. Help. How to play. Next. Next. Revive each other when you're down. That might be from co-op play, so that's not gonna help. Grenade food. Even different directions matter. Explore all the possibilities. So, for instance, if I do pounce and then grenade, I can feed a grenade into the mouth of someone. Alright. Quick attack is X. Heavy attack is Y. Gun attack is B. Jump is A. Next controller. Let's see. Crouch is down on this stick. Right trigger. So it's the right trigger and down at the same time. Oh wow.
You gotta wait.
Shank is back. Whoever kills him will have my gratitude and a handsome payout.
And I'm still playing in the middle of this cutscene. What an amazing a way to show a cutscene. Walk, just wall climbing immediately. And we gotta do that again. Let's see what a grapple does. Ooh, grapple lets me beat them. Now, this game, I will admit, is rated M for mature. But frankly, so was Borderlands 1. Although this one is certainly going to revel in violence and ooh, I'm gonna have to be careful here. Keep people on the right side or I'm gonna end up dying. Here we go. If I grab this and then do that, we can shove a grenade in his mouth. Man, that is a weird combination of a... Can't go any higher. And now I'm doing violence to animals too. They are gonna try to irritate every fan. And they named that dog Dre. I just needed to jump to it. This game is gonna may have put Klei in the doghouse for a while, no pun intended. And see, coming back down here, probably not the smartest move in the shed, but I figure it's worth looking at. Really? That time I just fall to my death. Interesting. And what's odd is they refilled my grenades. You see this big boy, that's his name. Seems like I can sit there and stab him a little bit more too. Yeah, I don't think I would particularly enjoy a game like this on hard mode. This is something that I think that you'd probably enjoy if you got really good at it after a first playthrough. I'm sure there are people who play fighters and brawlers and they would get the combination a little bit better. I have to applaud the attempts here for having more cinematicness happen. I guess I should pounce on people when they pull out a gun or shoot them. And nothing to break there. Interesting. And get some more grenades. Now I'm up to 5. Get some more health. Didn't quite refill my full health. Jump and hold forward to wall run. Nice. There you go. You take that. And we'll just blow everybody up. Let's go this way. I don't feel like the pounce is actually the right move if there's multiple people on the ground. This also has a lot of the feel of, what was that Quentin Tarantino movie with the widow? I can't remember the name of it. I think we'll probably see fights like this. Fights somewhat like that, although it will have to be limited into the abilities we see in the button combinations here. I honestly kind of don't feel like there's as many combinations as you could if this was just a pure fighter. Something like Tekken or Mortal Kombat. Something along those lines. Let's go ahead and drink that. And we've got Doza. And I've got to keep this guy on the ground. Or at least I'd prefer to keep him on the ground. We haven't gotten to the backstory. It would be kind of funny if there was no backstory. And he's just doing all this. And now I can break boxes. Interesting. This... See, this feels like we may have just entered a big boss fight where the gameplay might have changed. Look at that health bar. Alright, what do we do? We pounce. Oh, I messed that up. And my dodge didn't work. And pouncing while he's in the air doesn't work. Now we pounce. And that took out a significant amount of his health. Now I'm gonna just assume that if the game is like this, it wants you to drink the power-ups and it's not going to punish you for doing that or lower your score. This feels like this could be easily a score-based game, and a pretty short game. We haven't seen any collectibles or any of the things that you would generally put in the game to extend its length. Now, I guess if there is a score mechanism that could extend it, and playing twice, once on normal and once on hard, could extend the length of gameplay. It's not even the right guy.
Where is the real butcher?
Where is he? Try the meat district. You can take the train to...
I know where it is.
So we just kind of move on and pick up a shotgun. Blast through opponents at short range to equip cycle your guns. New move, hold down and shoot while pounced on an enemy. Alright. So. Wow, I was not prepared for that. 2, 3. It's kind of odd to have 3 shots on the shotgun. Before you have to reload. Kind of hitting pretty simplistic simplistic level design, literally just running from left to right. I can't really complain too much about that. There was a little bit of jumping. These dogs are not gonna stop being a problem. So I'm gonna have to take them out. Despite my own desire not to. And the life bars actually show up slightly later from when you normally would see them show up. So the characters are actually on the screen before before you can do anything about you know they're coming. We might hit a point here where it just gets to ridiculous limits of people. And that gets me a bunch of combos when I do that. I almost had him in a complete combo where I hadn't even taken any damage. Of course, these guys, if they're just alone, you can just pounce on them, can't you? Alright, jump and run. Oops. Jump and hold up and forward as you run. Well, this seems a little bit more difficult than what I was doing before. It seems like you can get down here. Have I just now immediately forgotten what I needed to do? I keep thinking I need to jump and press A. Let's see. Jump and forward. Oh! I was holding down the A button and that was the problem. So you just need to tap A and run, I suppose, and you can. It only works one way. And I need to press more directly forward and then tap A to jump. And let's just move on. There we go. Let's see, can we just leave those dogs alone? Nope. But we left one of them alone, at least. Of course, in a game that's designed around making attack combos and taking the least amount of damage while causing the most amount of damage, you kind of don't want to avoid enemies, do you? And the way this is set up, I'm not really sure you can make a game even slightly interesting. I remember this game came out as, I believe, one of the Xbox Summer of Arcades or Xbox arcade games when they were rather well known. Let's go and give them a grenade. And the fact that it was on the Xbox 360 downloadable, I think allowed it certainly to have. Man, I guess you're supposed to just assume that from now on that all jumps are exactly. Man, am I really gonna have to fight this, or did it move me forward? It's quite a heavy penalty to make me to fight an entire group of people again. Just hit him with the shotgun. Here. And now we've got a new gun. And I think it's just gonna be used. Wow, it's just mowing down people. So I imagine what we'll find out is that this doesn't work for people. You can't hold on to it, or you have to drop it at a certain point. Yes, at this point I'm sure you would have had to drop that. And now we've got a masked wrestler big boy. There we go. Drink this, and move forward. And now we've got explosive barrels, so the game is adding a little bit to its setup. Well, these two could keep me in perpetual danger if I'm not careful. They could actually... A couple of dogs might kill me more likely than 10 enemies. But at a certain point, yeah, it does seem like if they just are going to throw more and more enemies, there's not going to be enough progress happening here. Bunch of grenades. So if there's a bunch of grenades, perhaps we should do something like that. And that gave me 3, and I know I could have had 5, so I kind of wasted some. I took a couple of grenades, and we've gone about 30 minutes, and since I know this is an incredibly short game, I don't know if we're going to be able to unlock all these outfits, or what it's going to require to do that, unless they would want you to play through the entire game for every single outfit. That doesn't make any sense. And weapons, We've gotten 2 out of 3 already. And let's see. It seems like we'll get some more blades and things later on. Like, maybe. Well, yes, like I said, this series isn't going to be very long, since it's not a very long game. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.